You must hear this before August 19th. This is not a casual message, not just another video to scroll past. This is an emergency broadcast for the souls who can sense that something is shifting beneath the surface of our everyday world. Between August 18th and August 21st, the veil thins, the codes of our reality tremble, and what you decide to do with this knowledge will shape the direction of your life. This is not fear. This is truth. Most people will move through these days as if they are ordinary, unaware that a rewriting of destiny is unfolding. But if you are still here, still listening, you were not meant to miss this. You are one of the few called to awaken, to stand ready, and to align yourself with the energy rushing in. Do not ignore the signs. Do not dismiss the pull you feel. In your spirit, this is a transmission of activation. A moment where the universe asks if you are ready to receive, to step into your divine inheritance, to hold the codes of wealth, love, healing, and renewal that are about to pour into the chosen. If you are here, you are not late, you are on time. And the fact that you found this message is confirmation enough. So before we go further, anchor your energy into this calling. Like this video so the energy multiplies. Subscribe so you remain within the flow of future transmissions, and declare your readiness in the comments with the words, "I am ready." This is more than engagement. It is a spiritual agreement, a seal of intention, a vow to the universe that you will not sleep. Through the days ahead, this is your time. This is your warning. This is your activation. You may have already felt it, even if you couldn't quite name it. The shift has not just begun. It has been whispering to you for weeks, perhaps months. A strange buzzing in your body, like your very cells are humming with a frequency that is not entirely of this world. Vivid dreams that leave you waking with a sense of déjà vu, as if your spirit has been traveling while your body rests. Patterns that seem too precise to be random glances at the clock, revealing 1:11, 4:44, or 8:08. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. They are the universe speaking in a language of numbers and symbols, telling you that the veil is thinning and you are sensitive enough to notice. You are not imagining this. The ground beneath reality is shifting, and those attuned to energy, those who feel with their hearts rather than only with their eyes, are the first to sense the tremors. What you feel is not sickness, not weakness, but ascension. The buzzing is your body learning to hold more light. The dreams are fragments of the higher realms brushing against your consciousness. The synchronicities are cosmic breadcrumbs, leading you along a path you were always meant to walk. And yet, it can be disorienting. One moment, you may feel deeply connected, radiant with purpose. The next, heavy, tired, even emotional without reason. Do not mistake this for failure. These are birth pangs, signs of your soul stretching into a new dimension of awareness. When you catch yourself wondering, why do I feel so different? Understand that the answer is because you are different. You are evolving. Most people dismiss these sensations. They shrug them off as stress, coincidence, or imagination. But if you are here, if these words resonate in your bones, it is because you are not like most people. You are awake enough to notice what others overlook. You are sensitive enough to feel what others deny. You are being called into alignment with the hidden currents that will soon become undeniable. Think of it this way. Reality is like a curtain. For centuries, it has hung thick and heavy, separating what we can see from what is truly there. But now, in this rare window of August's alignment, that curtain has begun to shimmer, to grow sheer, to part. Some glimpse only shadows and ignore them. But you, through dreams, through numbers, through sensations in your own body, you have already seen the light breaking through. So take comfort. You are not broken, and you are not losing your mind. You are a vessel being tuned, prepared to carry higher wisdom and richer blessings. And if you have noticed these signs, you have already received your confirmation. The shift is here. You are in it, and the very fact that you feel it is proof that the universe has chosen you to walk through this gateway with awareness rather than blindness. Hold on to that truth. You are not imagining it. You are awakening. At first glance, someone might think, it's just another new moon. But the Leo new moon aligned at 26 is far from ordinary. This exact degree does not only fall in the heart of the Lion's constellation, it touches the royal star Regulus, the ancient marker of sovereignty, kingship, and divine rulership. For thousands of years, mystics, prophets, and astrologers have honored Regulus as the Watcher of the North, a guardian star carrying codes of power, leadership, and unshakable dignity. When a new moon meets Regulus, the heavens do not whisper, they roar. What is seated now is not fleeting. It is written into destiny. This is why the Leo new moon of August is not simply another lunar reset. It is an ignition of sovereignty codes, an activation of golden frequency, flowing directly into the crystalline grid of Earth. Imagine a pulse of golden light, radiating outward from the Lion's heart, flooding into every ley line, every hidden, energetic channel, every soul that stands upon this planet. This is not abstract. Sensitive souls will feel it in their bodies, the sudden warmth in the chest, the urge to stand taller, the call to finally claim what has long been denied. Leo is the sign of courage, creativity, and divine expression. But with Regulus amplifying it, the call is not just personal, it is collective. The energy declares, rise into your throne, reclaim your crown, remember who you are. No one can escape this wave. Even those who are asleep to the stars will feel a strange stirring, an unexplainable restlessness, a desire for more. Some will fight it, trying to cling to the comfort of old patterns. But those who are awake, who understand the timing, will ride this frequency as a chariot into a new reality. Think of this as a cosmic coronation. Each soul is being offered a key, yet not everyone will use it. Some will lock themselves away in fear, but others will unlock their sovereignty and step through the gateway. If you are watching, you are one of the chosen being handed this key. This new moon is your reminder that sovereignty does not mean ruling over others. It means aligning with the rulership of your own soul, guided by divine will, protected by the codes of the lion and the star that crowns him. So when the sky turns dark and the new moon rises at 26 Leo, know this: you are standing inside a portal that only appears when the royal star Regulus and the lion's heart align. A golden light is entering Earth's field, sweeping across continents, pulsing through the oceans, vibrating through the crystalline grid. Whether you meditate with it or not, whether you acknowledge it or not, you will feel it. Everyone will. But those who choose to align consciously will carry its codes into their next chapter of destiny with strength, courage, and divine protection. This is not just a new moon. It is a rewriting of your sovereignty. It is your coronation. Illusions are falling away, and for many, it feels like life is collapsing. Relationships once thought unbreakable suddenly unravel. Careers that seemed stable dissolve without warning. Beliefs that guided you for decades now feel hollow, empty, powerless. At first, this can feel like betrayal, like the ground has been stolen from beneath your feet. But in truth, this is divine intervention. Anything built on falsehood cannot cross into the new reality. What remains hidden, what has been propped up by ego or fear, is being stripped bare. The chaos is not punishment. It is purification. I knew a woman who had poured 20 years into a marriage, convinced it was her forever. Then, almost overnight, her partner revealed truth she had long sensed, but never wanted to face. The marriage ended. She thought her life was over. Yet months later she said, I finally feel free. I had been living as a shadow of myself. Another man worked a corporate job he hated, but he told himself it was security. When the company downsized, he was furious, broken. Yet losing that job forced him to revive an old passion for healing arts. Now he helps others, earning less money but living with infinitely more peace. These stories may sound harsh, but they are sacred examples of the cosmic hand moving through lives right now. Illusions cannot withstand the frequencies pouring into Earth. If you have felt things dissolving, trust that it is because they were never real to begin with. The roles, masks, and false agreements must fall away so that your true self can finally emerge. Yes, the process looks chaotic. Yes, it can feel like loss. But if you can see beyond the surface, you will recognize this for what it is: purification by fire. What is authentic will remain. What was illusion will burn away. This is not cruelty, it is grace. Asterisk, your body is not betraying you, it is transforming. What you may have felt heart palpitations without cause, sudden waves of exhaustion, high-pitched, ringing in the ears, restless sleep is not random. These are ascension symptoms, signs that your physical vessel is being rewired to hold higher frequencies of light. The DNA itself is awakening, long dormant strands flickering back to life, recalibrating your entire light body system. This is why you may feel bursts of energy followed by deep fatigue, why old pains resurface and vanish, why your senses feel sharper, more delicate, more attuned to subtleties you once overlooked. The key is not to resist, but to care for your temple. Hydrate more than usual. Water carries the codes of light more efficiently through your cells. Ground your body against the earth, barefoot on soil or grass, letting the magnetic field of Gaia stabilize your shifting energy. Sleep when your body asks, even if your mind resists. And spend time in nature where the vibration is pure, where trees and rivers hold the memory of balance. These are not luxuries now, they are lifelines. As your inner temple transforms, so too does the outer temple we call Earth. Storms intensify, earthquakes rumble, weather grows unpredictable. These parallel shifts are not coincidences. The Earth is undergoing her own recalibration, purging density, clearing pathways for the same golden frequencies that are moving through you. When you feel the winds grow wild or the skies suddenly erupt, remember that it is the macrocosm reflecting the microcosm. You are not separate from these changes. You are woven into them. So instead of fearing the symptoms or the storms, reframe them as proof that the prophecy of transformation is alive. You are not falling apart, you are being remade. Your body is the temple, and it is preparing to house more light than ever before. Dreams are no longer just dreams. In this time of accelerated awakening, they have become classrooms, sanctuaries, and temples where the soul does its deepest work. You may have noticed how vivid and hyper-real they feel: colors sharper, conversations clearer, events so tangible that you wake unsure which world is more real. Some of you have slipped into lucid states, fully aware within the dream, able to shift the course of events with intention. This is not imagination. It is initiation. Within these dreams, guides appear sometimes as ancestors long gone, sometimes as familiar faces carrying unfamiliar wisdom, sometimes as luminous beings whose presence feels both alien and intimate. At other times, it is your own future self stepping forward, reminding you that time is not linear, that the version of you who has already walked the path can return to guide you through it. Pay attention. The guidance you receive in dreams is not symbolic only, it is instruction. Dreams are also doorways of healing. Many have found themselves as children again, standing in moments of deep wounding, abandonment, or fear. Yet in these dreams, you are given the chance to intervene, to comfort the child, to rewrite the script, to bring light into a memory that once carried only shadow. Each time you do, part of your soul returns. This is soul retrieval, and it is sacred. And for others, past lives have begun to bleed through the veil. You may awaken from dreams of ancient temples, chanting as a priestess, or navigating the stars, as if space itself were once your home. These are not fantasies. They are fragments of memory, surfacing because the frequencies now flooding Earth demand that you reclaim every part of who you are. Dreams are not escapes. They are awakenings. They are classrooms where your soul remembers itself. Asterisk, asterisk, throughout history, when humanity approached turning points, myths rose to the surface like mirrors. They were never just stories. They were maps, encoded with truths meant to guide souls through thresholds such as this one. And right now, 3 archetypes are weaving themselves into the fabric of our collective awakening. The Sphinx, the Lion, and the Fisher King. The Sphinx asks its eternal riddle. What are you? This is the question beneath every illusion. Now dissolving. Are you your name, your job, your relationships, your history? Or are you the timeless essence inhabiting them all? As reality shifts, only those who answer truthfully will pass. The Sphinx does not destroy. It strips away the false to reveal the eternal dot. Then there's the Lion, guardian of sovereignty. In Eastern myth, the neon lion was feared as invincible, yet its roar scattered darkness and restored balance. This Leo cycle, amplified by Regulus, awakens those same codes within you. You are being asked to embody the lion's invincibility, not through domination, but through unshakable presence. Sovereignty is not control over others. It is the refusal to abandon your own heart. And finally, the Fisher King. Wounded, his kingdom withered. Only when the wound was healed through compassion, through the heart, could the land flourish again. This story is not about a king long past. It is about you and about us. The collective wound, our disconnection from the heart, has bled into the earth, manifesting as division, chaos, and loss. But the prophecy whispers, when the wound in the heart is acknowledged and loved, the kingdom will bloom again. These myths are not distant. They are overlays upon your very life. The riddle of the Sphinx, the roar of the lion, the wound of the Fisher King, they live in you. To embody them is to step into the mythic age of your own soul. The Leo new moon aligned with Regulus does not rise in isolation. It is confronted, tested, and sharpened by a cosmic square from Saturn in Pisces. This is the clash that creates the pressure of destiny. Saturn is the planet of structure, karma, and boundaries, the old father who insists on rules, tradition, and weight. In Pisces, those rules are slippery, dissolving like sand in water, but Saturn still clings, trying to hold together what is already breaking apart. Against the blazing fire of Leo, Saturn becomes the tension you feel in your chest, the pull between your longing for freedom and the fear of leaving behind what is known. This is why so many of you feel torn. Part of you wants to leap into the portal to claim sovereignty and roar with the lion's courage. Yet another part whispers, but what if I fail? What if I lose everything? This is Saturn's voice. It is the echo of lifetimes of conditioning, of karmic contracts that kept you small, obedient, and silent. And in this square, the pressure builds until the container cracks. Think of water boiling in a sealed vessel. The heat of the Leo new moon is the fire beneath, intensifying, igniting. Saturn is the lid trying to hold it all in. But eventually, the steam bursts free, and when it does, there is no turning back. The same is true now. The old karmic structures are not strong enough to contain the golden frequency entering Earth. They must dissolve. The only question is whether you resist the pressure and suffer, or allow the breaking to liberate you. Many are already experiencing this tension in daily life, jobs that feel too confining, relationships suffocating under old patterns, inner battles between creativity and duty. This is not coincidence. The cosmic square is personal. It presses against you until you choose fear or freedom, cage or crown. Saturn does not appear as punishment. It appears as teacher. It says, if you want sovereignty, prove you will not abandon discipline. If you want freedom, prove you will not run from responsibility. This paradox is the gateway. You are being asked to balance Leo's fire with Saturn's wisdom, not to extinguish the flame, but to focus it, to forge it like a blade. And so the portal of August is not simply opening. It is pressurized, like a star collapsing into a new form. The tension you feel inside is the same energy reshaping the heavens. Do not fear the crack in the container. It is the sound of rebirth. Asterisk, asterisk across the earth. A network of light is stirring. For ages, it has slept beneath the weight of human forgetfulness. But now the planetary grid is awakening. Just as your body holds chakras, energy centers spinning. With life force, so too does Gaia. These points of power pulse in places like Giza, Mount Shasta, Uluru, and Stonehenge. They are not random monuments or mountains. They are Earth's own heart, crown, and root, holding frequencies that guide humanity through turning points such as this one. Have you felt an unexplainable pull toward a sacred site? Perhaps you've dreamed of standing between the great stones, of Stonehenge, or of walking beneath the pyramids of Giza, or watching the red earth glow under the sun at Uluru. This is not coincidence. Your soul remembers the grid. Even if you never travel physically, the call comes in visions, dreams, and synchronicities because the grid is reactivating, and you are part of it. Meditation now becomes more than personal, it becomes planetary. When you close your eyes, breathe deeply, and imagine roots descending from your body into the earth. You are not only grounding, you are linking with Gaia's chakra system. Imagine your heart glowing, then sending a thread of golden light to one of these sacred points. Perhaps Mount Shasta calls to you with its purity, or Uluru with its ancient fire. Let your energy connect, let it pulse, and know that in doing so you become part of the greater circuitry of awakening. This is why you are here. You are not passive. You are a human acupuncture needle, placed precisely by the universe to release stagnation and open channels of divine flow. Your presence, your awareness, your intention, it activates the grid wherever you stand. You are the bridge between the heavens and earth. Right now, timelines are diverging. The old world of 3D, rooted in fear, control, and survival, is pulling apart from the 5D reality of love, freedom, and creation. You may already feel the split inside you. One part longs for expansion, while another clings to the familiar, even if the familiar has become suffocating. This is the sorting of timelines, and it is not theoretical. It is happening in the texture of your daily life. You may notice friendships dissolving, sometimes without conflict, simply because the resonance is no longer there. Conversations that once flowed now feel heavy, forced. Jobs that used to provide security now feel intolerable, draining, lifeless. Even intimate relationships can fracture, not out of betrayal, but from frequency mismatch. The vibration of fear cannot walk hand in hand with the vibration of love. And so the universe is gently, and sometimes ruthlessly, separating what no longer aligns. The temptation is to chase, to cling, to beg the old world not to leave you. But the message is clear. Don't chase them, bless them, release them. Every soul is walking the path it is ready for. Some will remain in fear, others will step into love. Your task is not to drag anyone into the new world. Your task is to embody it, to stand firm in your own frequency, and let the resonance draw to you those who are meant to walk beside you. This takes courage. Letting go always does. But the longer you grip what is crumbling, the more painful the process becomes. Imagine holding onto an old garment that no longer fits too tight, too torn, while a radiant robe of light waits to be placed upon your shoulders. Would you keep clutching the rags? Or would you release them and stand ready to receive the new? The sorting of timelines is not loss, it is refinement. You are being placed where your soul belongs. Asterisk, asterisk. Between August 18th and August 21st, the cosmic window opens fully. These 4 days are not random, they are a sequence, a progression, each with its own pulse and purpose. If you understand the rhythm, you will ride the current instead of being tossed by it. On August 18th and 19th, the threshold arrives. Energy pours in like a floodlight, and you may feel more alive, more electric than you have in months. Ideas spark rapidly, manifestations crystallize almost instantly, creativity surges. Write, speak, envision boldly, because what you set into motion here is amplified 1,000-fold. But do not scatter your energy. Choose intention over impulse. Anchor your desires with clarity, and they will take root in the golden soil of this portal. On August 20th and 21st, integration begins. The energy shifts from fire to water, from surge to stillness. Many describe it as floaty, dreamlike, as though standing between two timelines. Synchronicities will multiply 111 on receipts. Feathers in strange places, songs carrying hidden messages. You are not hallucinating. These are signs of alignment, breadcrumbs showing you which timeline your soul is leaning into. Pay attention, but do not force. This is not the time for frantic action, but for listening. Through all 4 days, the practices remain simple but profound. Keep gratitude at the center. Write it, speak it, feel it. Gratitude is the fuel that steadies the current. Create a sanctuary, even if only a corner of your room with a candle, where you can step away from noise. Avoid drama, conflict, and distraction. They are snares designed to pull you back into 3D turbulence. And most importantly, hold this anchor. My heart is open. Whisper it as you wake, repeat it as you walk, breathe it before you sleep. That sentence is the key that unlocks the portal and ensures you cross with grace. When the world feels unstable, when timelines split and energies surge, you need anchors, not to hold you back, but to steady your passage. The ancients always had their tools, practices that carried them through thresholds, and you too have. Sacred tools available now. These are not superstitions. They are stabilizers, helping you remain aligned while chaos swirls around you. The first is the solar heart breath. Close your eyes and imagine a golden sun within your chest, pulsing with radiant light. As you inhale, see that sun expand, flooding your entire body. As you exhale, release anything heavy: fear, doubt, tension. Watch it dissolve into nothing. With each cycle, the heart grows brighter until you feel like a living sun. This practice cleanses and charges you simultaneously, reminding you that sovereignty is breathed into being. The second is the alchemy of sound. Frequency heals what words cannot. 528 Hz, the so-called miracle tone, vibrates directly with DNA, retuning you to harmony. Play it quietly during sleep or meditation. Add your own voice to the current by chanting Om, the primordial sound, or the phrase Am Brahmasmi, which means I am divine. Sound reshapes reality because it bypasses the mind and speaks directly to the soul. When the chaos feels overwhelming, sound is the thread that leads you back to center. The third is the sacred water practice. Water is not inert, it is memory in liquid form. Hold your glass, whisper blessings into it. Visualize it shimmering with golden light. When you drink, imagine that light moving through every cell, carrying codes of clarity, strength, and renewal. This is more than hydration, it is communion with the element that makes up most of your body and reflects the purity you seek. These tools are simple, yet they are profound. In moments when the outside world feels like it is crumbling, they remind you that alignment is always within reach. Asterisk, asterisk, the final wave is approaching. And with it comes revelation on a scale humanity can no longer ignore. Institutions that seemed untouchable, finance, media, even the vast structures of pharmaceutical power, are already showing cracks. What was once hidden is surfacing. Whistleblowers emerge, leaks spill truth into the light, and karmic accountability comes due. These collapses are not accidents. They are the natural consequence of systems built on fear, greed, and control. The energy entering Earth now is too pure to sustain what is false. For many, this will be shocking. Headlines will shake the collective. Leaders once praised will be questioned. Narratives once believed will unravel. Yet for those awake, it will feel less like surprise and more like confirmation. You knew the old house was rotten. Now the walls are simply falling. This is the moment when the split in timelines becomes undeniable. One path will cling to the collapsing structures, fighting to preserve them, terrified of change. The other path will walk forward into sovereignty, trust, and creative freedom. The divergence will be visible, not just in governments or economies, but in families, friendships, and communities. Some will tighten their grip on the old. Others will release, stepping into the unknown with faith. And this is where your role becomes sacred. You are not a spectator. Every thought, every word, every action is a vote. Your choices are the ballot of your soul. Will you cast your energy toward fear, resentment, and despair? Or will you choose alignment, love, and courage, even when the world feels unsteady? Remember, collapse is not the end. It is the unveiling. The final wave does not destroy for the sake of destruction. It clears space for truth to rise. And you are alive now to witness it, to walk it, and to help anchor the new. Beloved soul, if you have journeyed with me through these words, then you already know this transmission was not an accident. You were called here, guided by whispers, synchronicities, numbers, or a quiet knowing that you could not ignore. The universe placed this moment in your path so that you would remember your role in what is unfolding. And now, as we close, it is time for activation. First, reaffirm your sovereignty. Place your hand upon your heart, breathe deeply, and declare, I am the alchemist of my reality. These words are not poetry, they are power. They remind you that no matter the chaos outside, the true throne is within. You shape frequency with intention. You transmute fear into love, shadow into light. You are the sovereign, not a subject of collapsing systems. Now we anchor the collective field. If you are willing, speak this aloud or write it in the comments below, sealing it with your intention. I enter the Leo codes. This is more than a phrase, it is a vow. The Leo codes are courage, radiance, and unshakable sovereignty. To declare them is to step into the golden current pouring through Regulus, through the lion's heart, through the crystalline grid of Earth itself. As thousands of souls echo these words together, a network of light is woven. You are not alone. You are a luminous thread in a vast tapestry of awakening. Visualize now the planetary grid we spoke of. See golden lines stretching from your heart to others around the world, forming a lattice of light encircling the Earth. Every declaration strengthens it. Every I enter the Leo codes ignites another node. This is how humanity anchors the dawn, not through institutions, but through intention. You are a human star, and your choice matters. And this is not the end of the work, it is only the threshold. On August 23rd, as the energies continue to ripple, I will share a deeper ritual designed to align you even more fully with this new cycle. That gathering will be another step, another doorway, another moment for us to walk together into the radiant future. Mark it, hold it close, and be ready. But for now, know this: you are standing in humanity's rite of passage. The old age is dissolving, the illusions are crumbling, and though the storm may roar, it is clearing the sky for a new sun. A new earth is dawning, not someday, not in distant prophecy, but now in you, through you, with you. If your heart beats faster as you hear this, if your spirit stirs, it is because you remember. You came here for this. You are not a bystander to the shift. You are a carrier of light, a sovereign soul, an alchemist of reality. Do not doubt your place. Do not diminish your role. Stand tall, breathe deep, and let the lion's codes roar through your being. And if you are ready, anchor it now, like this message, so the energy multiplies. Subscribe to remain within this circle of light. Comment below declaring, "I enter the Leo codes." Each word, each action, each intention is a seed planted in the soil of the new earth. This is our moment. This is your moment. The passage has opened. The final wave is here. And together, we are stepping into dawn.